Dear friends, this is episode number 11 of the Limitation Act. We are dealing with section 5. I will cite some more decisions for your consideration. Please note 2000 volume 10 SEC, 2000 volume 10 SEC 538. That was an application for condonation of delay in passing the final decree application, in presenting the final decree application. Under Order 34 of the Code of Civil Procedure, there the High Court registry in a matter which is filed before the High Court, which arose from the trial court. The High Court registry returned the matter 3 times for curing defect. All these times without undue delay it was represented. On the 4th occasion also it was returned, seeking explanation for 84 days delay which occurred in the meanwhile. The question arose whether that delay can be condoned. Held on facts that the High Court erred in not condoning the delay. That means the High Court did not condone the delay. Supreme Court said that the delay should be condoned, and it was condoned. 2000 volume 10 SEC 538. Then another decision, full bench of the Kerala High Court, 1992-2, Kerala Law Journal 424. That was under the Customs Act. A revision was filed before the government with a petition to condone the delay. The question arose whether the government has power to condone delay invoking section 5. It was held by the full bench that since the Government of India is not a court, section 5 of the Limitation Act is not applicable to such proceedings. Government have no power to condone delay because the period of limitation statutorily fixed under the Special Act. It is not a court, and therefore the Limitation Act will not apply unless it is specifically provided, which is not provided, and therefore the government has no power to condone delay. Now, take a decision of the Supreme Court in 2010-5 SEC, 10-5 SEC 459, Oriental Aroma Chemical Industries Limited versus Gujarat Industrial Development Corporation and another. Parallel AER citation, no AER citation. Where the Supreme Court held in paragraph 8, the law of limitation is founded on public policy. The legislature does not prescribe limitation with an object of destroying the rights of parties, but to ensure that they do not resort to dilatory tactics and seek remedy without delay. Then, to put it differently, the law of limitation prescribes a period within which the legal remedy can be availed of for redress of the legal injury. At the same time, the courts are bestowed with the power to condone the delay if sufficient cause is shown for not availing the remedy within the stipulated time. What is sufficient cause was considered by the Supreme Court, and it was held that no hard and fast rule can be laid down. And the decision of the Supreme Court in 1987, Collector of Anantnag versus Mosammat Kadichi, which I cited earlier, was also considered. certain amount of latitude is required is not impermissible in the latter case. That is where the government is an appellant and government makes an application for condonation of delay. Next, 2009-10 SEC 408. Three judges, State of Manipur and others versus Koting Koting Lamkang Lamkang. Application filed by the state. Delay was there and that delay of 44 days was explained by saying that it moved a wrong court and explained the delay accordingly. Delay was condoned while imposing costs of rupees 50,000 by the Supreme Court. It was not allowed by the High Court, Supreme Court allowed it. Next is a Kerala decision division bench, 2019 3 KHC. 2019 3 Kerala High Court cases 760. Gopakumar G and others versus Hansi Thangachan Philip and others. Kerala Law Times citation is also there, 2019 3 KLT 346. Why I cited and referred to this is, it discussed whether Mukri Gopalan is good, MP Steel applies and to what extent. All those things were considered in great detail. Therefore, this decision becomes very important, not only for the lawyers and litigants in Kerala, but in other states also. Because in MP Steel, in one paragraph it was said that Mukri Gopalan versus Abubakar, 99 Supreme Court, is no longer good law. The point which was decided in Mukri Gopalan was that the appellate authority under the Kerala Rent Control Act, Kerala Buildings Lease and Rent Control Act, is a court, is a judge, is a court. It has got all the trappings of a court and therefore it had the power to condone delay. In MP Steel, the Supreme Court also said the same thing. Supreme Court was considering whether the tribunal has got the power to condone delay unless that power is provided. Therefore, there was no need to disturb the decision in Mukri Gopalan versus Abubakar. But unfortunately, there is one paragraph which says that Mukri Gopalan is not good law. And following this, there are two decisions of the Kerala High Court that the appellate authority under the Rent Control Act has no power to condone delay, which resulted in dismissal of hundreds of appeals. And then came the division bench in 2019 3 KHC 760, which is really a solace to the litigants and lawyers. The cardinal question commonly arising is whether the appellate authority so and so has power to condone delay. And discussion is there. Decision Mukri Gopalan was referred to. Decision of the Kerala High Court decisions were referred to. And then it was held in paragraph 18. I shall read that short paragraph. On a careful scrutiny of the decision in MP Steel Corporation, we find no reason to hold that the learned judges have differed from the above view expressed in Mukri Gopalan's case, rendered by relying on the principles in Vidyacharan Shukla's case. From the facts in MP Steel Corporation's case, it can be seen that the Supreme Court was considering a case in which questions relating to law of limitation arose in an appeal filed before the Commissioner of Customs Appeals, who dismissed the appeal finding that he has no power to condone delay beyond the period specified in the Customs Act. Learned judges in the course of discussion took cognizance of the declaration of law in Mukri Gopalan's case. After considering the ratio in Consolidated Engineering Enterprises case rendered by a 3-judge bench and noticing that in Om Prakash versus Ashwini Kumar, the ratio in Mukri Gopalan's case was distinguished, the learned judges observed in MP Steel Corporation's case as follows. Obviously, the ratio in Mukri Gopalan versus Abu Bakar does not square with the observations of 3-judge bench of Consolidated Engineering Enterprises, Parson Tools, etc. And it was held that Parson Tools is an authority for the proposition that Limitation Act will not apply to quasi-judicial bodies or tribunals. To the extent that Mukri Gopalan is in conflict with the judgment in Consolidated Engineering, it is no longer good law. What was held in Mukri Gopalan was on facts was that the appellate authority under the Kerala Rent Control Act is a court which is not disturbed by the Supreme Court. The point which was decided by the Supreme Court in MP Steel was that an authority, a quasi-judicial authority or an administrative authority, has no power to condone delay unless that power is conferred. While so discussing various decisions, this point was decided like this. It was held by the division bench. We find no reason to hold that the learned judges have differed from the view expressed in Mukri Gopalan's case. It is true. On facts and law, they have not held that the authority under the Kerala Act is not a court, and that findings by the Supreme Court in Mukri Gopalan is not good. It is held like this indirectly, which is not. And the division bench made it clear to the protection of the litigants. And in paragraph 23, the decision of Life Insurance Corporation of India, AIR 2018 Supreme Court, pronounced after MP Steel Corporation's case by a 2-judge bench, also reinforces our view that the ratio in MP Steel Corporation's case followed in Radish's case shall not be relied on to find any inability or hindrance for the appellate authorities to invoke Section 5 of the Limitation Act in appropriate cases. The above stand taken by the appellate authorities is palpably wrong. So it has been made clear. So this is the correct view made by the division bench of the Kerala High Court. So please read that division bench decision in Gopakumar. Please read paragraph 1, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23 and other paragraphs also I am not saying, but the crux of the matter lies in these paragraphs. Next, AIR 2019 Supreme Court 1423 parallel citation 2019 4 SEC 612. Estate Officer Haryana Urban Development Authority and another. Estate Officer Haryana Urban Development Authority and another versus Gopi Chand Atreja. If according to the appellants, this is what the Supreme Court said, appellants Huda, that is Haryana Urban Development Authority, their lawyer did not take timely steps which resulted in causing delay in filing the appeal, then it cannot be regarded as a sufficient cause within the meaning of Section 5. It was equally the duty of the appellants to see that the appeal is filed within time. There the delay was 4 years and 6 months. Inordinate it was held. and it was held that the explanation offered is not sufficient to condone delay. Next is 2019 two Kerala High Court cases. 12 by a division bench of the Kerala High Court. Omana Kunyamma, OMANAKUNJAMMA versus Deputy Collector and Competent Authority, and another. That was a case of Petroleum Minerals Pipelines Acquisition of Right of User in Land Act 1962. Whether Section 5 would apply to an application under Rule 5 of the rules under the Act. That was the question. Does Section 5 of the Limitation Act apply to an application for determination of compensation filed under Rule 5 of the Petroleum and Minerals Pipelines Acquisition of Right of User in Land Rules 1963 before the district judge? This is the question to be answered in this reference. Then it answered. The upshot of the discussion above is that the application under Section 5 of the Limitation Act is maintainable for invoking Rule 5. Then the scope of Section 29(2) was considered elaborately in that decision. Next is AIR 2018 Supreme Court 4724. Muhammad Saheed and another versus Razia Khanam, KHANAM, through LRs. Two judges of the Supreme Court. Delay of 349 days in filing the application for setting aside the ex parte order. It is clear that the appellants had knowledge about the judgment and decree in so and so, so and so. While so, the appellants defendants have filed application with incorrect averments that they got knowledge about the judgment and decree only on such and such date, when a constable of a police station gave them information. Filing of an application on incorrect facts, it was held that the delay cannot be condoned. The court cannot be taken for a ride. The parties must approach the court with clean hands. There is delay. These are the reasons for the delay. Those reasons caused the delay. Or even if there is some negligence on the part of the litigant, applicant, the court may condone it. But can you say an utter falsehood before court and try to mislead the court, which is found to be false? I remember a case. At that time, that was in 1983. 1983. It was an application for impleading, setting aside abatement and condonation of delay. The court would have granted it. There was some delay. But the appellant made an application stating, one of the respondents died. So Rule 4 of Order 22 applies. The appellant stated that he was not aware of the death of this particular respondent, and therefore he could not file the application within time. My senior was dealing with the case. It came up for consideration. We got the details from the client. The client produced some photographs. That was a practice among a particular community, that whenever some person dies and the final rites are being performed, the photographs will be taken. And there the appellant's entire family members were present. There are various photographs. So we produced it, marked it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all so and so. This is appellant number 1, this is appellant number 2, and therefore the statement in the affidavit in support of the application for delay is false to the knowledge of the appellants. And they wanted to take the court for a ride, which should not be allowed. Came before the division bench where Justice Paripurnan was a party. Justice Paripurnan later became a judge of the Supreme Court. And the court dismissed that application on the ground. See, sometimes when a party says a falsehood, in these days where all this technological development is there, the electronic media is so strong. Therefore, there will be some CCTV say, or some mobile camera operation, all those things. So it is very difficult to tell a lie now like that. Even in olden days, because of this photograph being taken, the falsehood which the appellant stated before court was brought to light. And the court took it very seriously and dismissed the application. Otherwise, if they stated the real thing, we thought that we could say appear before the appellate court and there is no time limit or something like that. Or there happened some delay on our part, please condone it. Court would have condoned it. So that such stand should not be taken. Supreme Court also in this case, 2018 Supreme Court 4724 said that. Next case is AIR 2018 Supreme Court 807. Parallel citation 2018 3 SCC 41 by Justice Rohington Nariman and Naveen Sinha, Justices. Bengal Chemists and Druggists Association versus Kalyan Chowdhury. Under the Companies Act, limitation period of 45 days plus additional 45 days grace period is provided in section 421(3). And this peremptory fixing of period of limitation with an upper limit, whether it has got some impact, whether in such cases a delay can be condoned, was the question which was considered by the Supreme Court. Limitation of 45 days plus additional 45 days grace period in its proviso held are peremptory and mandatory in nature. No further time can be granted beyond this total period. Peremptory or mandatory language providing for statutory period of limitation, including a grace period, which may be provided on showing sufficient cause. Words such as not exceeding or but not thereafter, such expressions are used, held are equivalent in clearly indicating that the limitation period can be extended no further. I think I remember there is a provision in the National Investigation Agency Act where such expression is being used. And it was held that the court has no power to condone delay thereafter. Now the rest of the decisions we will see in the next episode. Thank you.